What is up, mortals? Alex here. Today I have a special deck profile for you guys.
Special.
It's an Meknight Shaddoll, Invoked Shaddoll deck.
Invoked and Meknights go together a lot, so but no.
Yeah, I guess. So this is a deck that you picked up because of the structure deck. You wanted to give it a try and see what all the noise was about.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the deck?
That's the noise.
Overall, I've actually really enjoyed the deck a lot more than I thought I was going to. I used to really enjoy fusions, and all the Shaddoll monsters, especially the new ones, provide the deck a lot of utility. I definitely have enjoyed this deck. Again, I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was going to, and just I wanted to play the original just pure at first, but the Invoke just makes the deck so much more. The ceiling's much more higher.
Of course,
and
OTK City,
I love
negation.
higher
All right, cool. Let's see what you've got cooking over here.
Okay,
so that's 40, right?
This is 40 cards.
All right,
I've
cool.
been playing 40. When I first met with the deck, it was at 42. But just after like me and my friends, we grind out because we were playing for regionals. But hashtag coronavirus. So regionals all cut everything out. So we're kind of been chilling. But I got down to 40 finally.
Finally good.
So I think this is the best I've gotten so far. I'm still tweaking out, but for right now, this is what I got.
All right, let's see what you've got.
So for utility Shadolls, we're playing one area, one droid.
Flip them around so we can see the cards.
There we go.
Okay.
So the one-ofs.
Yeah, this is the one-ofs, just strictly utility. I don't want to see them. I want to send them from deck or add them to hand to trigger some other effect. For the ones who don't know, Ariel, when she's flipped, she reborns a banished all. When she sets her graveyard, she's DD Crow on steroids.
Okay.
Target up 3 cards of your player's graveyard, banish them.
Which is nuts. That effect is ridiculous.
She's okay. When she goes off, she's crazy, but other times she's meh at best.
Okay.
And then Dragon, MST, or he is compulsed when he's flipped up,
Yeah,
or
of
he's
course.
top Backrow. So he's primarily for like Backrow decks.
I think most people know the Shaddoll as the dragon as the monster since they play the engine. But yeah, one of each. Definitely one of each.
Okay, and then for my two ofs,
Two
Wendy,
Wendy,
two Beast, and 2 Hedgehog.
Okay, so talk to me about these.
So for me, I'll start off with Beast because he's the easiest one to explain. Beast, he's just strictly to help you dig for your deck. You never want to see multiples of him in your hand because for one, him being level 5 is very important because I'm playing Super Poly in my deck, and if I can't set a Shaddoll and set Super Poly, I can't play.
Okay,
So he's something that he's very good, but not like something I want to see in my hand.
So 3 is greedy and 1 is not enough.
Correct.
Okay, cool. So 2 Bs makes sense. Lots of people have been cutting it to 2. So these 2 are, in my opinion, are probably the best ones now.
Yes.
Cutting Squamata, of course, since Squamata is to everybody. But why are you playing 2 of each of these?
So I'm playing 3 Squamatas
Yes.
starting off with. These essentially these all equal all of these ones. So these are all equal extra copies of these. At first when I built the list, I did do 3 Windy. Just while we were just testing and stuff like that, friend Aaron, he and I just talked about the list, and he agreed that Wendy, the first time resolves is almost game. The second time resolves, you should be killing them that turn. The third one resolves, you're playing way too late in the game. You exhausted most of your Shadolls are already out of your deck or in your hand, and there's no real point to trigger her effects off.
So 2, I guess.
So I think just overall, playing 2 has just helped.
It's mainly the invoke stuff that's taking the space.
Correct, and it's just that seeing multiples of her in your hand don't really accomplish anything. Right now, if I were to cut Ariel, I would cut Al Capone from my extra deck. But for right now,
Okay.
it's just that there's not enough different attributes.
Yeah,
in the deck.
makes sense. But that's nuts.
So because of the reason why I'm still playing Al Capone is because I still have the Ariel in there, and then Hedgehog equals any one of these, like each one of these that I want to go for. So these are just the best consistently cards without seeing multiples in my hand.
Okay, so that's not too many Shaddolls, just about. Squamata is usually the best one to fuse with in general, but...
Yes. Just being able to deck in, I'm only playing 2, 4, 6, 8, 11 Shadolls.
Cool. That's not too many.
Next for what got me to the deck is Alistair.
Boom!
3 Alistairs. I used to play Invoked Meknight, so resolving him has always been my favorite thing to do.
Big sorcerer guy.
He's simple.
Nice deck! Alright.
You
just gotta play 3, I guess. Good card, of course.
In terms of my other stuff, my 2 lights when I get to resolve Shaddoll feature from deck.
Yeah.
It's probably these 2. Common 2. The common 2.
Yeah, they're good.
These guys, simple stuff. Funny enough, this next one of the worst matchups in the deck is Dinosaur. And if a Dinosaur player doesn't play right and they use his effect out of his hand, you can
All right.
you can out Conductor with this card if you have it in hand. Funny enough.
Never happens though.
It will never come up. It's something that you can do, which is really
Dolk
nice.
IF.
Exactly.
But 2 clowns, they're the best lights for sure. If you're not playing Mech Knights, that is. But the clowns, one of each. I've seen some people playing Hat Tricker, and it's cool for Dweller plays. But going into new meta, I think that Hat Tricker into Baguska might be a little better. But one of each for now.
If I were to play Hat Tricker, I would agree on Baguska over Dweller.
Okay.
Dweller is nice. It does settle most matchups. But a lot of the deck cannot out Baguska.
Of course.
This deck has a hard time out Baguska in terms of like when I actually play Acapulco's being outed, so like it has a tough time outing it.
All right, cool. So that's the clowns as the lights.
So these are primarily just all my engine pieces for in terms of monsters.
There's actually not that many. What the fuck?
It's it's
The rest are hand traps.
these are hand traps.
So 2 and 2.
Nibiru, some of the time, not all the time.
Okay, guys.
It's just as we've been play testing, I think I enjoy this number a lot more because I'm also playing 3 impermanents, as you'll see later
Oh, okay,
on.
cool. That makes sense.
So just limiting my hand because this deck is very, very combo oriented. You want to see combo pieces. So yes, I'm playing hand trap. I'm blinding second most times, so that's why I'm maining the hand traps as opposed to siding them. Best utility for him is just if I play against a deck that doesn't resolve that much, I can just use it as a light tugger for a construct.
Which is kind of insane. The fact it's a light is just kind of silly.
And also, if I get Nibiru'd, funny enough, I can still play because he can fuse with the token, which is a light. So like Nibiru doesn't really hurt this deck, and also triggers the Shaddolls too.
All right, cool.
So that's my monster lineup.
It's actually not that many.
Yeah, it really is not, and that's why it's because Big Fusion itself takes a lot of utility from it, but the times that it doesn't resolve, like that's Big Fusion for you. But okay, cool. Monsters, spells.
So spells, these are my one-ups. Terraforming Fool.
Of course, Rhoda and Rhoda.
Yeah,
so
essentially both equal almost the exact same thing. This gets the Alistair, which is the core part of the deck. This can be anything. This could be saying Trick Clowns
plus Alistair as well.
Yeah. If you have Invocation, you want to make it a quick Invoke monster. Saying Alistair is not awful either. Sending Hedgehogs, Gomata, whichever card you need, this equals that.
Okay, cool.
So just a lot more.
Yeah, it's consistency. Yeah, one of each. Definitely play those. I enjoy those very much too.
For my 2-ofs, I'm playing these.
Wow, 2 and 2.
So I've gone back and forth on this. I want to lie. I think Invocation is one of the best cards in the deck, but just as we've been cutting down stuff, you have 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 3 alters, 8 ways to see this card. So we.
No, I mean I agree with these 2 of each. I think that's good. I just see a lot of deck profiles playing 3. You're not playing the Cyrus, I'm assuming.
I am not playing the
Okay,
Cyrus,
so that makes sense.
So that's why I'm not really fearing banishing anything. It's just that you dig as much as you can. These just again more ways to see Alistair, but all these cards equal the same thing.
Okay.
Alistair equals this equals Alistair plus this. So like it's just way more ways without having multiples. Because a big issue I was having at first was I kept drawing multiple field spells or multiple Alistairs, as I would call it in testing.
It's the same with Back Invoked.
Yeah, Terraforming, Meltdown, Alistair.
Okay.
It's like so I just kept seeing multiple Alistairs when I needed more comic pieces. So I trimmed the engine a little bit down, and I've been happy with it ever since. I do have games where I'm like missing Alistair, but it's never come up to the point where I'm like I need to play one more.
Sounds
more
good.
Of these.
All right.
Super Poly is the best worst card in your deck.
Of course.
Explain.
I was explaining to him, my friend Mike, who's in the background right now. Thank you, Mike. So Super Poly, yes, this card's nuts. It out so many boards, this and that. But in the Shaddoll deck, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I like 2 beasts. If I have to set a card to activate Super Poly in order to play with it. Going first, this card is it's a future spell, but it's not a future spell you can activate almost immediately.
Okay, cool.
Really nuts. But it's just not.
It's just a board breaker.
It's not warranted enough to play at 3.
Unless you play the Cyrus, I guess.
Yeah.
And going second strictly.
Yeah,
but you're not Psycho, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not playing Desire, so I don't know the interfere. If I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't. But I don't like. I would like to see it, but not all the time.
Okay.
The best cards in my deck.
3. best card in the deck for sure. These
Gotta
two
play
are
it.
probably the reason why people play the deck, honestly.
Gotta play on your opponent's
Yeah.
turn.
So self-explanatory in
need
many
fusion-
cases. Yeah.
You need a fusion spell to play.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, you really just need a card that says fusion summon in order to start progressing your play suits either. And yeah, see multiple of these kind of are meh, but like it's better to see multiples of these than anything
None at
else.
all. Yeah, correct. Makes sense. So that's 6 fusion. So 8 polys.
Yes. This is
10
a-
polys.
Yes. And this is a recommendation by Alex himself.
Yeah.
Cosmic Cyclone.
So you're gonna see this in a lot of our deck profiles from this house. We all decided to play Cosmic, or I guess I kind of like forced
He
it. in there.
influenced everybody to play Cosmic because we
did-
have a friend who enjoys playing Mystic Mind.
So it's Mystic Mind is everywhere, right? And we want to play game ones. Don't throw away your game ones. Just don't do it. Play MST for now. Once Mind comes gets banned, then these 3 will be a lore something else. But as of right now, 3 full, 3 Cosmics, 3 MSTs, 3 Twin Twisters does it. But
Just for recommendations, as much as I like Twin Twister, like adding more Backrow, this deck can't really afford it, only because like you don't want to discard your Shaddolls because it doesn't trigger their effects.
I guess you
You're not-
can
you're not
once you
looking
result
for-
fusion from the deck.
Yeah,
But
most
You
times,
want your monsters for fusion summoning.
most times you want to resolve their effects, and if you can't, and like it hurts when you're trying to discard it. So I think it's just overall better. It also like you can also banish the mirror's own spells.
the big fusion for sure.
Any fusion spell in this deck, you can cosmic it, and then they can't get the recursion, which is very crucial.
Yeah, it's huge late game. And that's 37,
And then the last 3,
43 impermanence.
Rich.
best hand trap in the game. I'm not rich. Who's on limbs?
Okay,
But,
3 imperm.
The best hand trap in the game. King can call by the grave.
Exactly.
Very very important.
So with everybody playing Ash now because of Big Fusion, why aren't you playing Called by the Grave?
Most times the deck can chain block very very well. Yes, the only time Ash really hurts when the Ash is big fusion. But
It's just not needed, I guess. It's just like
it's and also another reason why I'm not playing Color Grave is I'm going second. Color Grave there's nothing going second. I'm not trying to build a board or anything. Yes, if I wanted to build a board, I would probably, if anything, if I were to play a little bit less, I'll probably replace the Cosmics for Call by the Grave.
yeah, later.
If I was going first.
I guess next meta once Needle Fire. Once Mystic Mind gets banned, then definitely Called by the Grave, since more hand traps will be played.
Yeah. So for right now, it's just I think I'm happy with this list.
40.
I don't want to play Call by the Grave as much as I enjoy the card. I don't really fear anything, any sort of hand trap you can play around. Fail or Imperm, again, that's the ones that you can't really play around no matter what you do.
Okay.
But if I wanted to play Call by the Grave, and I would just probably replace the Cosmic for it.
No, makes sense. Quick switch. It depends. Do you lose more to hand traps or mine
Yes.
or backer? So in my opinion, mine is just a little too silly. So
Or even like a lot of my friends are playing Super Poly in the main, just set one, just hit it, and then most
Correct.
times they kind of just lose.
it happens a lot. Like people set their super polis and you just cosmic it away. Again, play cosmic. If you're not, once mine gets banned, cut it out. But definitely play some backer removal. So the X-Rix 15. Let's see what you've got.
All right, so my fusions. This is my Shaddoll fusions.
So 2 Winda, 2 Constructs, 1 Out Cologne.
So
Yeah.
this is self-explanatory. The best card in the deck. This one makes the deck.
It goes. It starts the engine and then it just keeps it going.
Here's our stun card.
Can't even play the same one.
No, I did it on purpose. Did it on purpose.
Okay.
That's something new artwork, and I gotta show off the secret.
I mean, Wind is
No,
just
it's
strong
support, like you
regardless.
said.
So
And then-
this is pretty standard, right? I guess.
yes, for the most part, pretty standard. Again, if I were to cut Ariel at any point in time, she leaves with me just because I don't.
But would you though? Like,
Yes, I don't have enough different attributes to play.
So what I'm asking is Ab Cologne not worth it? Like the card itself.
No. The card is always worth it. If you can play this card, I always recommend playing it because she plus a card in my extra deck are like the best best cards in my deck.
Carcom.
Enemy control.
Gravity controller.
Just you get to any card you need, whatever you're missing. This plus him, just help you provide get any access to whatever card you need.
Okay, so
So like she's definitely worth a spot in your extra deck.
But she could be cut.
Yes.
She's
Yes.
the 16th if you choose,
you want to,
if you think of something better.
Yes.
Cool. Shaddoll fusions monsters.
Okay. So now these are my invokes.
Just 4.
Yeah.
Wow.
My trick is not meant to if I'm not trying to go full invoked on this one. The shell monsters will get me there. These just help kill
One
my
of
opponent
each.
much quicker. I can kill my opponent with a quicker trio. Megabus for control. Raijin's also really good against the mirror. A lot of times with Wendy and Graveyard and Alistair, you can make a Raijin, and then that will seal most times.
Against slower decks, usually Raijin, it's like.
Raijin is great against Rogue. Raijin is punished.
So if you
Rogue.
could play a 5th one, which one would be?
If I include any one of these, second Macabre.
Yeah, that's.
Second Macabre does come up from time to time, but for right now,
Also
I'm
at
comfortable
the
with this.
60.
Okay, so 4 and 5. So that's 9 fusions that you have to sort of play mandatorily.
So now these are my super poly targets.
You main deck super poly targets.
Yes, I main yes. Because yes, all these have different attributes, so I can go into one of these. I can go into each one.
We'll edit that. Alright, cool.
So
Continue.
either one of these, but for my main two like extra ones are these two.
Oh,
Charles
what
and
the
Doug.
heck?
And Plant Dragostapia. So
How often did these come out?
this one hasn't come up enough because I'm not playing against Spiral. This is the main reason.
So this is literally just for Spiral and
Spiral.
sometimes Dragon Link,
yes,
right?
but this is not this one comes up a lot more.
Mirror
For the mirror, yes, primarily the mirror.
and Pendulum sometimes, but mainly Mirror.
Because a lot of boards that the common boards that can do is Winda plus what's his name Caliga,
Yeah,
and most decks cannot out it.
yeah.
So
That's actually game.
because you get one monster effect and you attack with one monster and you must put something once. It's a lot of ones there.
Okay.
So this is why I'm doing this instead of starting Venom. I've gone back and forth between this and starting Venom. I think for right now I'm okay with this, but in the near future I'll probably switch to starting Venom. But yeah.
I mean, with Unicarry coming out, I guess even Cosmic Cyclone gets better, but I think this card is it's just good to play over Starving Venom just for the matchup itself.
I mean, it's
For the
just like
matchup
when
itself.
you're playing so many, like you can only do one thing. Like Dragostapelia is pretty good, but like there will be metas where Raigeki, aka Starving Venom, is pretty dope too.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, good targets for Spiral. Thank God in our meta, Spiral's not as prevalent, but against Dragon Link, I guess. And lots of decks. Needle Fiber is coming out soon. Remember that, guys. Needle Fiber is out this week.
If you're
So
nostalgic for
another
World
thing as well
Chalice
is a
as
reason why I play this instead of like other targets for this part of the Spider board is because some people are playing Utility Wire. If your guys do not hit Graveyard, you can't keep recurring, and that's where the deck loses from. Also, guys, one of this deck's worst matchup because of Soliloquist. They just keep bouncing your fusions.
Bounce.
And because your fusions are getting bounced, like going to Graveyard, you can't recur your spell cards. So this is why an example of why I'm doing this over.
I would have lost against if you had Super Poly. I'm like, holy fuck. Okay.
So this is why I'm doing it because this outs Helix, so it means that they don't have a super agent on board to activate Utility Wire. So this is why it allows you to still play, and it's a really cool effect. When you
Busted.
play against links.
Awesome.
So it's really
Also,
nice.
3,000 attack.
So that's what 9-11. So that's 6 links.
No, this is
5, 4,
11 fusions.
Okay.
So I play 4 links. So my link is not as common as others because I play 3 link ones.
The dudes, the guys.
So this is just like Wakaba if I don't have Alistair.
So Alistair into Makaba. So this is something that I've been telling people. Like I don't think it's necessary, but
Yes, if this is not totally necessary, but it's something that I just really enjoy doing more. This is more of a preference. Because if I free this could be other cards,
Yeah.
other links.
so these are just utility, literally just utility.
Yes.
Okay.
But he's my favorite one. If I could play 15 of this, I would play 15 of this. He's just really insane for what the
You're
deck
so funny.
the deck allows you for the lot of plays you can do for your deck. This just helps you keep playing.
Yeah, 'cause it gets, would you play this after Master Rule 5?
Yeah, that's still would.
Okay, but you still
I
play.
still would because triggering your Shaddolls, whether like you play on different zones, but just able to trigger your Shaddolls, send a couple up here and sending it away to get a roto effect is still really strong for this deck. Yes, it won't come up as frequently, but I don't think I would cut him even in MR5 because just getting a search for whatever card you need or triggering some effect you have in hand is always crucial. And then the best thing too.
Then-
So This is the only mix I'm playing, only reason because I just feel like the deck. I'm mainly revolving around the fusions. Generally speaking, like all these fusions is what's gonna help me either outground my opponent or out their boards, and just keep and then maintain control of the deck. Caliga Winda or even like Caliga Raijin or Caliga.
Or any combination with Mikaba is really
yes.
strong.
So just being able to do all that, and the fusion spells are there, primarily there. He's allowed to do an extra utility monster, whether it be Dragon or Trick Clown back after using his effect already. Trick effect again. So this is why I feel like the deck is really okay in terms of like the links, because you don't need to play that many links. I'm very happy with this count of fusions. Again, this is strictly utility. I can if I wanted to, I could play Borosaur and Unicorn if I really wanted to. But,
yeah.
For right now, I'm okay with this.
Yeah, sounds good. So I mean, that's a pretty solid list. I've been playing against you guys for a while, and utility. I mean, having access to more cards is always better, and the more options you have, it's always good. So that's a 40, 15, 15 with the side again. Remember, guys, this is very up to your meta. We're not going to reveal it for now because it really comes to what you're playing against.
Or
just remember
what you
that.
struggle with.
Correct.
For me, it's just that we were just primarily preparing for the mirror, for Spiral.
Just to give people like a quick side, let's just like fan trade real quick. See what you have. So there's some D bears for the mirror, essentially, right?
Yes.
There can only be one. For what do you have those for?
Dragon Link.
Okay.
Because if in your ideal board you end on a bunch of different fusions, or you only end on really one, all your fusions are different types.
Yeah, makes sense.
So you don't really have to worry about in terms of like being stuck to one attribute. So that's why we're doing this. Me and my friend Ian Marcus actually decided for this for Dragon Link because we did have a hard time playing against the deck, and so we decided on this.
And then 3 board breaks. Breaks. So
there's just more ways to see. I main 2, side 3 1 if I need to see it depending on the matchup. But more comes in against the mirror.
And this is really good against combo too. But no, this is really strong. Like people are doing mind controls and Prankatops over here, but you guys decided to do like the third Super Poly on the side, I guess.
I'm more happy with the Super Poly. I've just been more to see it.
This for combo strictly.
As well as
Pendulum.
Yes.
And then
this
Spiral.
Is Spiral. Funny enough, this is actually really good in the mirror. If you're playing the Invoked mirror.
Okay.
Because you do have to do a lot of digging to get there. Terraforming, Meltdown, Alistair, sending a beast to draw a card, hope that you get there.
People who play Allure.
Yeah, people Allure Desires. So
And then,
this actually does come up a lot in the mirror, a lot more than you would think. But primarily it is for Spiral.
And then
Prankatop is just really good. A really good
against everything, literally. That's the best side deck card in the game.
Yes.
Poor Kaiju.
RIP that it's at one.
I mean, Dino Wrestlers players. But that was a pretty sweet list. I actually like it a lot. There's some things that I personally would change, but overall it's good. It fights what it needs to fight. Of course, a lot of the meta, it's Spiral, Dragon Link, in the mirror. So there's a lot of cards to go around to fight those decks. But if you tell somebody about this, to pick this deck, would you recommend it?
Absolutely. It just helps you. Every line of play is always different. You never really do the same thing over and over again, which is like a lot of decks nowadays. You get a lot of options depending on which monsters you have access to. Like every hand, you kind of look at your hand like, who can I make to help me keep progressing through?
Okay.
And so if you want to get a deck that helps you learn a little bit more, I would recommend this deck a lot.
Yeah.
Even just playing a pure Shaddoll deck, I think, with the new guys, like with Ariel and Wendy, which like playing more of these in your deck, they just give you more extra Al Capone, which is I think one of the best fucking cards in the game in the deck.
Yeah, I guess the pure Shaddoll list, it's a little different. They play multiple cards, multiple copies of these and they can do other things, but this deck is just get to your main combo pieces, which is Mikaba, Kaliga, Winda, and those boards are really strong. And coming from me that I play combo decks, those are like chokehold. It's really annoying, and that's why you see Forbidden Child's in my main deck, guys. Again, this is a Shaddoll deck list that I've got one of many. I have more coming our way, so stay tuned.
Can't see them now, but
You
they'll
will
be there
definitely
eventually.
see more deck profiles, more duel videos from us. So again, thank you for staying tuned. Like the video if you like the cards. We all have like foreign cards, so it's pretty sweet. If you guys have any questions, post them down below. If you guys have a deck list, link it to the video. We'll definitely check it out. But yeah, comment, like, share.
If anything that you like that I didn't play, please let me know.
Yeah, of course.
I'm always very, very open for like trying ideas.
Roast him as well.
Yes,
Give him new ideas to try.
Yeah, give us your insight. We want to hear what you guys are doing.
I will never get offended by anything. Just let me know. Like if you agree with my list, if you do like it, you see what I'm trying to get from my deck. That's fine. Like
Cool.
I'll take any sort of criticism.
All right. If you say this along with me, thank you. I appreciate it. Always like the video, comment, subscribe. Check out my channel for more content like this. And as always, Alex out. Peace.